From here on out, every foul is flagrant, boy. Let's go. What's up? Came in a chokehold, more balls than Esco. All right, maybe
you are now tuned into the chat room, your favorite baller's favorite podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Chatroom Podcast. I am the Senator. This is episode 22. And just a little program note for you all. This will be the second episode that you hear this week. So make sure to go back and check out episode 21. We got some really dope guests on there. We had a few doctors from the States. We got into a few conversations, and we ended off talking about red flags, green flags, pink flags, and something called a brown flag. I didn't even know that the brown flag existed until that day. But
let the record show two of those belong in the Guyanese flag. Just saying.
Bro, you act like brown people. There's only brown people in Guyana. There's black people in there too.
No, I'm just saying there's a red flag in your flag, so that says something.
literally.
I always feel like I'm being attacked when you say Guyanese.
I see that he got on his MJ tip and said, I took it personal. All right, but with me today, I got Fanfair.
Going on.
Got Mair.
It's good.
Got Coach.
What it do?
Got Essay.
Yo.
I'm trying to figure out what this guy's name is. I forgot it. It's been a while. We got MJ in the building.
Damn.
Jeez. What's going on, boys?
Damn.
What's happening?
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
What an intro.
It's all good. It's all good. So let's quickly jump into some topics real quick. So I just read this article. So I want to ask you guys what your thoughts are on this article. Dating scams are on the rise in Canada.
Okay.
And a whopping $64 million was lost in 2021.
Damn.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
Yo, how do you even get statistics like that?
That's what I was just going through my head.
Say that again.
So was a whopping $64 million was lost in 2021 due to dating scams.
Damn. But like lost on what?
So you mean the Tinder swindler got
the Tinder swindler, that type of stuff. Yeah.
$64 million?
Are there like gender breakdowns of that?
I didn't go through and read the full article.
That must be a total, like males and females. That must be everybody. Everybody that's a scammer. Yeah. Every scammer.
Damn.
Jeez.
That's impressive.
Those Nigerian princes are losing the market, eh?
I mean, when you think about it, they got OnlyFans, they got all this shit else, so I'm not even shocked, bro. Like, you can make money anywhere, man.
No, but this is not making money. This isn't
off of OnlyFans.
But yeah, because OnlyFans isn't a scam per se. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
No, that's a legitimate business. That's a legitimate business.
Exactly. You're willingly subscribing to these girls. It's not their fault if they don't show any.
That's a publicly shared
That's not their fault.
Company, not just on the DAO, but like public sharing. But it's a legitimate business. But scamming's a whole other different thing. It's like
that's different. That's going out of your way knowing like you're gonna take this person for a ride. That's a way different story.
Yeah. I love that guy, bro.
What, Tinder swindler?
He's supposed to have his own show, everything, bro.
Yeah, I'm hearing that he's in the talks to have a TV show, a TV series, a dating show.
Let's do a
respect that man. I respect that man.
Yo, for the female the female listeners and the women listeners, I for one think that guy was a scumbag. But
trying to get those green flags up.
Man said for the female listeners, this is crazy.
But I got flamed actually this week. I don't even know if I should bring this up, but I'm feeling a little risque today. I got flamed because I think that in some way, shape, or part with all these dating scams, some responsibility is on the person who's scammed because
1,000%.
like, you know, we talk about having intuition. We talk like the whole point of these is like asking questions and doing your own detective work. You can Google somebody, you can search somebody on Instagram. So you have the data there, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you have the methods of taking this like sizing this person up and figure out who they really are. So if you have all those tools at your disposal, you still end up getting scammed. As much as I sympathize that you got duped, some responsibility is on the person who's duped, and I feel like society is treating this thing like it's like the girls from Tinder Swindler has a GoFundMe going on right now. Like they're doing a GoFundMe, and while if that works, get your bag, but still it's like where's the responsibility on that side? You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't like there wasn't a fraud, you weren't held at gunpoint. No one, you know, you weren't like for your signature wasn't forged. You literally volunteered, and for the one who did like $250,000, you volunteered. So, you know, just be careful and use that intuition and you know, take responsibility.
Yo, imagine they work together the whole time.
Who?
Yeah.
I'm just saying the dude. He's
The dude and that girl.
like everything was planned, bro. What if everything was planned, bro? We all fell for it, man.
You never know.
I don't know. It's not for me to talk about emotional manipulation and how that works for a female, especially. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works, that entails, but it seems to be a real thing. Emotional manipulation especially from this dude, what you saw, it seems to be something that it depends on your state of mind too. Like if you're a person that things haven't been working out for you in life in terms of you finding somebody like you're always being manipulated by other men, like who knows their state of mind. Maybe he's finding women that are very fragile, in a weak state of mind, very impressionable. Like there's certain targets, I guess, that are out there that are easy to prey on than regular people. Like I'm sure he was figuring out how to groom these women in a way where it's like, okay, I got you. Like, oh, you're insecure, you're this, you're that. Okay, you're honestly, a perfect target.
It's just like any other predators out there. Like
it's like a predator tendency.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing, but I do agree with SA that like I think the people who are being scammed have to have some sort of
accountability, baby.
No doubt. Like at the end of the day, they're making all these choices on their own.
Whether it's 5%, 10%, 15%, 50%, whatever it is, like I'm not gonna judge that, but to completely say that they are 100% the victim, like I don't fall for that. I don't buy that at all. I think they have some culpability in it for sure. But
that's a lot of money to give up on a first date, though.
Like who's doing that, bro?
So as a
$500,000 is crazy.
So what I'll say is I agree with y'all, but I will also say this is that a lot of times I'm going to go back to something that Fanfair said, which when he said the emotional manipulation, sometimes that fragile state that you're talking about is society desperation, which comes in as you're in your 30s. You feel like you need to have a kid within a certain time. You need to get married at a certain time. That type of pressure, right? Yep. So if you're able to manipulate them in that situation, sometimes without the thought process that they're doing something wrong, it is, I thought that this person was going to be the love of my life, right? And you get swindled out of that money. And that goes for, it go more for women, but it does happen with men too, where men have a thought process of they don't want to be the old dad, right? Like I want to be able to play sports with my kid. Like I want to be the one to teach them. I shouldn't have to be bringing somebody in. So they could get manipulated at that same point. It just, to me, I just think it happens more to women because of biological clock ticking and that desperation and that society pressure that comes with it at times.
You know what? I don't want to be that guy, but I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree.
If you don't do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now, bro. I'm like,
No, go ahead, do it. I want to get your thought process. Go.
no, more the woman. No. First of all, you see what the age we're living right now, bro. Like, I'm gonna mention again the OnlyFans thing, bro. You're not seeing men do it. Like, obviously they're pushing the front.
There are men on OnlyFans.
Hold on.
I guess
Hold on. You're talking about the majority women are doing it, bro. They're spectacular when it comes to manipulating because they were taught that. Get a rich guy or whatever, get money from the dude. Emotional manipulation, bro. They're actually the queen of doing that, bro. No disrespect, bro.
So I don't understand where the pushback is, because I said that it does happen to men too.
No, but I'm saying, but you said that happens to women more, but I'm like, no. Women stay doing that. It's been a history thing, bro. Where they lash
But the thing is that the Tinder swindler guy, whatever.
Yeah.
Tinder
I don't know
swindler.
what's his actual name.
Don't.
I don't think anybody knows.
His name is Tinder Swindler at this
Like
point.
a lot of these girls are clicking on his page because he posted like the yacht and the private jet and all these things. So like they're looking at it like, this guy's rich, he has money.
Yeah.
Here's my chance. All I got to do is impress him, and then he's gonna marry me and take care of me. So that's how they're looking at it. So it's kind of like a scam on their side too. But
bro, in a more innocent way.
But yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I rate it, but I don't know.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to look at I'm looking more at the $64 million that was lost.
Yeah.
It's a big number.
Then compared to individual situation, right? So like the Tinder Swindler situation is a whole different one. But for $64 million to go,
that's a pretty big ass number. $64 million. Damn.
That could be 1,000 from somebody that doesn't even really have the 1,000. Like, I watched the episode of Catfish the other day, and the guy actually thought like his story was pretty bad. Like, he got hit by a car, he couldn't work, he was talking to this girl. The catfish sent him an address, said to bring the money there. The person actually didn't live there. The guy was from Nigeria. The only address that he had was that one address there because he was catfishing so many people, and that was the one address in the States that he had. So he gave out that address, right? And then when it told his story, he was like, "Yo, I work in a bead factory. I got fired, and in the bead factory, I was only making $1.25 per paycheck."
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and his boss that at the time told him, go catfish people in the States because that's how you'll get some money. And that was his job.
Damn, that's a whole industry in Nigeria.
Right.
It is. It is. It's a big industry, actually. It's a big industry. It's huge out there.
Jesus, that's a Craigslist listing. It's like a Kijiji.
But yeah, no, I was just speaking that number to me just sounded crazy. So I was like, let's quickly get you guys' thoughts on that.
And I feel, like still have sympathy for those who find themselves to be victims of not just in the dating scene, but at cults that you give donations to, and to those who take girls out on like expensive trips thinking they're gonna get some favor, and it turns out to be a very expensive friendly hangout. So, which I wonder if that's in that $64 million total. But all victims of scams and stuff, I sympathize, and I hope you learn so that you don't get scammed again, because some of these people went back to the source of the scam. But it is what it is.
It is what
that's a good way to end it.
It is a good way to end it. So,
boom. You mean no? If you caught it, you caught it.
I am just gonna get back to one last thing that Mair said earlier. Mair said OnlyFans. So, do you know that OnlyFans has now licensed the show Baddies ATL, which is the Bad Girls Club? It is the first show that is going to be licensed on OnlyFans.
So what? They're showing episodes of
showing the full season 1 of Baddies on OnlyFans.
So basically, people have to make an OnlyFans. So we have to subscribe to OnlyFans to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
In your case,
you wish. I wish. You wish. You think you're slick,
No,
huh? I ain't down with that.
He's a good one.
I ain't down with that.
He's a good one.
I ain't down with
He's a
that.
good one, man.
That was a wild statement. All right, so let's move on. So last week was the Super Bowl. Congrats to the Rams.
Matthew Stafford.
Congrats. Thank you, Odell Beckham Jr. for that first touchdown catch.
Yeah, you got your
Line
money.
my pockets. I very much
You got your
appreciate
money.
it.
So, but that wasn't really the talk, even though 113 million people watched the Super Bowl. It was one of the highest rated Super Bowls ever, I believe. But let's get to the halftime show. So,
Yes.
So there was Dre, there was Snoop, there was Kendrick, there was Mary, there was Anderson .Paak, and there was an upside down 50.
$1. Or $1.50.
What were y'all thoughts on the halftime show? There was a few things. Eminem took a knee. Snoop yelled out "Crip."
Yeah, his outfit was amazing.
Gravity was kind to 50 Cent, but not so kind to Mary J at the end of her performance.
Mary J sounded pretty good. Mary J sounded really good for 50 years old, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She did, yeah.
She did.
She really good, man.
She did.
I liked it though.
I liked it too.
I worked with a bunch of Italian guys. I worked with a bunch of Italians, and they told me that it was the worst halftime show ever. But
worst.
I mean,
we expect that. We expect.
I loved it. I loved it though. Personally, I really did like it.
It was good. Like
I haven't really like. I don't know where I would rank it because I haven't really like ranked. I just say Michael Jackson has the best one ever.
The Michael Jackson had the best halftime show of all time.
But after that, I haven't really ranked anything else.
I have a top five. I have MJ up there. I have Prince up there. I have Bruno up there.
Yeah, like I've heard talks about Bruno and The Weeknd having the best one ever.
I don't have Weeknd over this one.
The Weeknd having the best one ever.
The most memorable one is obviously the Janet Jackson one.
And Justin Timberlake.
Well, it was memorable,
with JT,
but
not for the right reason.
For the one thing,
actual like performance.
Yeah,
like,
for the one thing.
Who really remembers the performance? Not many people.
No, I know. Not no.
I mean, I would say Beyonce's was up there too.
Yeah, it was up there.
I put Beyonce up there too. So that would be my five then. So MJ, Prince, Bruno, Beyonce, and this one.
But yeah, I did like the show though. I did actually really enjoy it. I feel like 50 could have did a little bit better. But
yeah, he was the weakest.
He's from New York. Everyone else is from LA, so it was like it's kind of tough. But
Mary's from New York.
Well, Eminem is from,
and Eminem's from Detroit. So.
But I mean, like Dre, Kendrick,
Snoop,
like those three, right? So, but I did enjoy it. I liked it. It was people.
I like the things they did that they weren't supposed to do. I liked Eminem taking the knee. I liked Snoop Dogg. Well, not with Snoop Dogg, but there was an outfit they didn't want them to wear, and then instead of Snoop Dogg wearing it, the dancers wore it. You know, so I like.
That's what the Rose was wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Right, the Compton uniform. So I like that. They did what was rumored. Now I don't know if it was rumored. I don't know if it's true, but I like that they did what was rumored they weren't supposed to do. Because it's kind of showing this whole more control back to the artists. You know, more like just doing what people actually want to see versus what these old farts who make the decisions think we want to see. So, and I'm glad that people are upset, you know, and saying these words. I'm glad, like, have some diversity with your coffee in the morning. Like, it was like, enjoy the performance instead of just like, because it, like, we're so used to seeing performances and people on the big stage that don't look like us and don't represent us. Finally, we get someone who does in full form. And for those who want to make a statement and complain about the fact that, oh, we're changing things up and including more people, well, you know, sorry, get used to it, you know. But yeah. I like the fact that they kind of made a statement with that performance. You know, it's crazy. I still think there's a bit so many people because each person had like a song and a half, maybe 2 songs.
That was my one gripe.
Yeah.
That was
Except for Dre.
my one gripe was that I felt that for the amount of people that were there, it was too short.
Yes, a little longer.
It was like a TikTok. Each one had like a TikTok on stage.
Yeah, like that's my one thing. Like if I could have changed anything, I would have maybe removed one of the artists and had them perform longer, or had them just perform longer in general. Like I don't know which one. Like my preferred answer would be to have them perform longer in general, but it is a halftime of the Super Bowl, so like there are certain constraints that go with that. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't have them perform for like a fucking hour.
So who would you remove?
If I had to remove one of them, I'd probably remove M. He'd probably be the weakest link out of that. But
damn.
Here's the thing that I'll say, bro. Here's the thing that I'll say about it. It's that if you look at time-wise, it matched up with the time-wise from
the other ones,
all of them, right?
Yeah,
so knowing that was their time constraint, it was either one person shouldn't have been, and as much as whatever, if I had to take somebody out, it would have been the 50 performance, because the other 5 were actually announced. That was a surprise performance. You didn't
need it.
Yeah, so I would have kept the 5 that were there announced and not have a 6th performer.
I got that. I hear that.
Mayor, what's your thoughts?
I love Kendrick, bro. He tore that shit up. Collectively together, it was in sync, and like usually other halftime shows, you have like I don't know, just like you have a country artist with a rapper, and I'm like, what's going on? Like it doesn't fit well, but they got like legit a hip hop, R&B community together, right? And Dre too, man, he held it down too, bro. And I mean, damn. I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. I did.
I would say my one other gripe with it, because I knew Mary was going to perform No More Drama. So on the Not So Soft, we kind of said like all the songs that were going to be performed before they were performed. My only thing that I would have said was the timing of that in the performance. I think it could have been put in a different place. So if I'm looking at the timing of it, I would have put it right in between, and I would have had Dre still on the keyboards. But when Dre did the keyboard part to go into Still Dre, I would have done the key. If you match the keyboard up, you could have done the No More Drama part, have her perform that part, and then still go into the Still Dre from there, right? Instead of, because I believe it went 50, then Mary, and then Kendrick. Right? Mm-hmm. So I would have done like the Family Affair, then done the Good Kid, Mad City, do the Kendrick part.
Yeah.
And then have the M part, have the piano part, have Mary do the No More Drama, and then go into Still Dre to close it off. That would have been how I would have put it, but I understand they just wanted to give everybody their segments, right?
True. Yeah. I personally would have removed 50, Mary, and Eminem. And I would have just had it been Snoop, Dre, and Kendrick.
Really?
Huh?
See, if that's the case, if it's just a LA thing, then Game should have been there.
Nope.
Yeah.
I agree. I know why Game was
agree.
Not with those legends.
Why Game was not there. I know why Game was not there because the whole beef with Jay. But if that's the case, if you're just gonna go with the LA guys, then Game should be there.
Yeah, he gotta be there.
Jay's not Jay. He's court or whatever his position is with the NFL. So I think you should put that aside and do it for the culture because you're wearing a different hat, and yeah, I think if you're gonna go with this whole LA theme, it should have stayed LA through and through. Not saying Mary's performance was bad or like I enjoyed it, but I think it felt again like a TikTok. It felt like I was swiping through performances, and I think to give those guys, because there's other hits they could have performed that could have just added to it. If when 50 came on, as much as I was surprised that he's doing a freaking upside down chin up, it was like the novelty wore off like super quick,
Yeah.
I enjoyed Mary's performance, but I felt it was a little bit, like Senator said, it was a little bit out of place, and Eminem kind of
just the one song though. Just the one song.
Well,
No More Drama. I mean, Family Affair would have. Family Affair would have been.
But you're right. The song didn't match the atmosphere.
Like I would have preferred her doing like a performance with like other dominant queens of that era, you know what I'm saying? Or he doesn't even have to be queens, but like something that had more synergy than, you know, what they presented, you know. And maybe if she was given more time, it would have been more cohesive. But me personally, I think to stuff 6-7 people, because Anderson .Paak was there, 7
But
people,
he was just on the drums.
yeah. But even 6 to stuff 6 people into a 15-minute performance, it feels like here's a sample where The Weeknd got like 15 minutes of The Weeknd, you know. It's like Shakira and J-Lo got 50 minutes of Shakira and J-Lo. This one, it felt like it wasn't like they're a group. It wasn't like they have a body of work where they're like the Fugees, or no, these are a bunch of stars that's kind of being shoved into this little this segment. And while I appreciate it, I still enjoyed it, I think it would have been better served if we cut that list in half and kind of kept it more on one theme.
Even if they cut it in half, there was no game going there. Even if there was no beef with Jay, there's no beef with 50, game would not be there.
Well, you can't have Crips and Bloods on the same stage.
Game would not be there.
I don't think so.
We don't want a gang war on.
Well, I know game was not there. I know he would not be there.
No, I'm saying even if you cut it down to, if you had 4 performers and you wanted to make it all LA, game would not be the one that would be the 4th person for LA.
Would be the 4th.
And then who would it be?
They would have tried to get Cube. They would have tried to.
Ice Cube.
There's a few people above game that would be there. As far as
I don't think,
but synergy wise though, like Ice Cube's not synergizing with Snoop
in LA. He would more
in LA. Today was a good day.
That's still Ice Cube, bro.
Like,
so Ice Cube is still LA. I'm sorry.
You can go back.
Today was a good day.
Yeah,
you could still do.
Everyone knows that.
You could still do Straight Outta Compton. Go back to the NWA days. You can. Dre is there.
Yeah, man. Them too, yo. It's his boy, man.
I think I'd rather see game over Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Me personally, yeah.
Each their own.
But yeah, you're right. Ice Cube would.
I'm just saying, game would not be the person that they would call.
No,
even if
Ice Cube would definitely get the invite first. He'd get that invite.
He would get the invite first, but I think game would be better.
Ice Cube, yeah.
Like Ice Cube's not Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like he's.
Have you all seen Ice Cube perform for a freaking Big 3?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Nah, don't do it.
Don't do it. It's melted, right? It's not the same. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. The game can perform right now, but Ice Cube.
People had. Let me say, people had criticism about Dre's performance before this performance here, and now that talk has completely changed. If you give Dre that opportunity to produce the studio, because one of the big things that came out of this performance was that the audio sounded way better than in this halftime than it did for a lot of halftimes, and that's because Dre sat down there and did what he had to do. Like,
did what he does. That
one of the criticisms with Snoop's performance was that Snoop sounded so much like the track that you didn't know if Snoop was lip syncing or actually rapping, right? Because that's what Dre does, right? If you give Dre that time to work with Cube to get that performance right, there's no way the same criticism people have with Dre, it's gonna go away if Cube was to do the performance.
So if that's the case, if that Cube would be a better performer if he was with Dre, then why is the criticism of Snoop? Why isn't Snoop the best performer? Because if Snoop already performs great on his own right now, and you're syncing him up with Dre, then but we have criticisms of Snoop's performance, then how can we guarantee that Ice Cube?
No, I'm saying for Dre's performance, people had criticism of him before. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
That conversation has ended after the Super Bowl performance, right? Because people were like, yo, he sounds amazing. Like, we started off by saying that he sounded amazing. A couple of years ago, people were saying Dre is not a good performer.
Because he's going through a divorce.
And that's completely changed, right?
Yeah.
The criticism with Snoop is that Snoop always sounds like Snoop. It doesn't matter where you put Snoop. But on the Super Bowl thing, he sounded exactly like the track. So people didn't know if it was him actually performing or him lip syncing, right? And that's because of how great of a production it was, right? So you give Cube that opportunity too, that same criticism that Francis just brought up about Cube would not be there. The same way how
it has nothing to do with audio though. It has nothing to do with audio. It's just
you said the performance, and I'm saying Dre had that same criticism before.
I don't know. Well, I watched Ice Cube perform. Had like 3 or 4, not full performances, but I watched clips of performances with him with the big 3, and he looks tired. He looks like he's not interested. He looks like he's just doing it for a check.
Yeah, are we there yet? That's what we're talking about. That's the original idea.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
You mean the nigga that does family movies?
If
Cube, I fuck with you, man.
If they did a friggin' NWA reunion and they had like an Eazy-E like hologram and shit, and they did that, I'd rock with that.
That'd be crazy.
Ice Cube by himself on that stage, I'm not trying to see that, and I'm not sorry.
Ice Cube and Dre.
I'm not sorry, but I'm not trying to see that.
That's the thing. Ice Cube and Dre wasn't a thing, right?
Yeah,
Easy. Yeah,
I'm not trying to see Ice Cube.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's like saying, "Oh, Game and 50 together would be dope."
I don't even know if those two get along, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like that was never a thing. So even though Ice Cube was a part of NWA, that doesn't mean him and Dre's gonna be like amazing.
And to be honest, if we get deeper into it, if Snoop and Game were on that stage, and Snoop was wearing his Crip colors, and Game's wearing his blood colors, and they're rapping together, and they're dap up after that, that'll be way better than having Ice Cube on stage.
That'd be good for the community.
Honest.
Yeah, for the culture,
right? Unity.
Or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. Game's a businessman, man. I think he'll do it.
Game would have done it for sure.
I'm not saying Game wouldn't. I'm also looking at one thing that MJ said earlier too. Not with those legends on stage. If you're looking at who they are, Game's notoriety isn't up there with them.
Who's a bigger? All right, so my argument would be. My argument would be:
Is Anderson .Paak bigger?
Is Kendrick a bigger legend than Game?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that was an easy question.
100%.
Especially on the main stage.
You're gonna get no pushback from that.
And he's relevant.
Kendrick
and he's relevant.
Easily the better artist.
And he's relevant.
Kendrick is the better artist, but
it's always gonna be Kendrick over Game. I'm sorry.
No, like Kendrick's a better artist.
And this is not a shot at Game. Game has put out some amazing albums.
Yeah, he was on Kanye's latest diss track.
All right, we're not talking about that. All right, so let's talk about something that happened this week.
Why are we so scared to talk about Kanye?
I refuse to talk. I refuse to talk about him.
I love Kanye, bro.
I refuse.
Donda 2's coming out tomorrow. No,
I love Kanye.
We said on Not So Soft. I'll give you an early preview essay. We said there's Donda 2, and you said you were dropping before Donda 2 comes out.
Who said that?
I did.
Talks with the Chatterbox.
I'm dropping something.
Said that they were supposed to be dropping before Kanye's album drops. So if Kanye album drops on Tuesday,
if y'all think Kanye's legit dropping a sequel to his Grammy-nominated album with Future tomorrow, then you don't know who Kanye West is. While he's fighting a social media divorce battle. But you okay. All right. Well,
I just said we're just saying,
we got 2 hours.
So I'm just saying, bro, if he does it, it's not gonna age well. This episode won't age well with you, bro.
What?
Be careful.
Bro, with Kanye, I have no fear. Do you remember how long it took to release Donda? How long did it take?
I know. I understand that.
Okay. All right.
But he's talking about releasing it on his own platform. That whole what was it called? STEM
player.
STEM player. So I think he's pretty serious.
The player that costs as much as the jeans at the Larry Hoover benefit concert. Yes, but
no, chill, man. God damn.
No, the jeans were still more expensive. But let's get to the All-Star weekend that just passed this past weekend. I didn't watch the Friday night events. Did any of you guys it?
I did. I watched the entire
weekend.
I watched everything, bro.
All right, can you give me a recap of the Friday? I can do the Saturday, Sunday, but Friday?
No, I'm just saying it's not like a really recap. Just a celebrity game. What's that big dude? What's his name again?
Myles Garrett from
that dude,
Cleveland Browns.
He's an athlete.
Yo, man. Yo, Francis, bro. He's different, bro.
He is like,
man.
he is like prime specimen,
bro.
Like he
101.
The way he was blocking people, he was dunking like crazy.
The Peloton instructor was getting buckets. The Peloton instructor, Tucson, that man was getting buckets. He was going off.
MGK,
a Peloton instructor. He's the worst basketball player I've ever seen. He's bad.
MGK, I know he was at his home. He was home, but he's the worst basketball player I've ever seen.
He sucks at ball. Like I've never seen someone that bad. Tiffany Haddish is better than him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, was Tiffany Haddish playing?
Yeah.
Damn. Was Comet and did
Okay.
Comet perform at any of the events?
No.
I just want to know.
No, Tiffany Haddish got to do the intros at one point.
Hold up. The NBA chose. Okay.
Yeah, they chose sides.
Even the was it the rookie sophomore? But how they did it?
Let's talk about Scotty Barnes. I
was getting to that.
All right, so lead it off.
Yeah, first of all, he looks like it from that little clown movie.
That has nothing to do with his performance.
This guy's making fun of the man's looks. This man's making fun of the guy's looks.
What in the world?
He looks like Pennywise. Come on,
bro. No, honestly,
he missed that shot.
He's nervous. He's nervous.
Francis, when you see a dude like he purposely put himself in events so he can be more, create more self-worth for himself, bro. He didn't care about being. He just kept laughing at everything, bro. Missing point blank layups, bro. Bro, he was terrible, man. I'm sorry, man.
Didn't the 76ers guy miss the same shot a few times?
He missed that same shot twice, but Scotty missed it like 5 times.
Bro, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad, man.
To me, it was just nerves. It's nerves.
Yeah, you playing.
He's very nervous. But Scotty doesn't seem like a guy. Like I don't know. He just seemed like the environment got the better of him. The environment just got the better of him.
Yo, you know
that's what it looked like to me.
If it was somebody else, bro, he'll be getting like destroyed right now. But because it's Scotty Barnes, bro, it's a little different, right?
Wait, did something happen during the heat?
I know, bro.
Still sour?
That's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy.
What the hell does that do to Mair?
God damn.
Okay. He's talking a little wild.
Did any heat perform on Saturday?
If that was Ben Simmons, bro, the media would have destroyed him.
Because it's Ben Simmons. Not because of that.
No, but real talk.
What Heat players were performing? I don't know. Were there any Heat on All-Stars?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah.
No, at the game. I'm talking about like on Saturday though. Like any.
Friday night. Was there any Heat?
Oh,
Friday or Saturday? Friday or Saturday?
Bro, a bunch of OGs, bro. Come on, man.
That's it.
I'm just saying, bro.
Jimmy played on Sunday. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he did. He won too. He won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, what's your point,
he got carried. Yeah, he got carried.
He's a winner.
Yeah,
he is the winner. We're number one in the East right now. I've got the easiest schedule. So
yeah, he gets the Matt Barnes ring.
And Eric Spoelstra was the coach of the team.
Yeah, shout out Eric Spo, man.
Yes, shout out a coach of an all-star team. I'm sure he worked very hard.
I mean, there's a reason why they only pick the best coaches to,
to coach a team of all-stars. Man, what a tough coaching segment he had to do.
Because I'm pretty sure, was it David Blatt was a coach of the All-Star game one year, I think.
Cavs went first in the East?
Yeah, like whoever the first place team is.
Yeah, that's what they do it.
Yeah,
will be the coach.
No, I think that's what he meant, though. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Doesn't mean that you're a good coach, though.
Okay, hold on, pause on that. Coach Spo is a great coach.
Okay, yes, I get that.
Him, but reason why he has a job, though.
I know he gets it. When your team's in first, you automatically get the coach.
No. I have nothing to do in first place. I'm just saying him as a coach, bro. You look at the NBA from 2010.
No, Mair. He's not disputing that. He's saying that you said that he's the best. That the best coach gets to coach the All-Star. And what Francis is saying is that David Blatt also got the coach, and he was not the best coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's only because
he had the best record.
He had the best record, right? Yeah, we're not taking away from Eric Spoelstra. We're just saying, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. I know that one
That's
hit.
so defensive.
You took that a little too personal too.
I mean, I'm taking away because I don't think it matters who coaches the All-Star team that has LeBron and Giannis on the floor.
Man. When
Steph Curry.
Casey was there, you guys celebrated it.
Yep.
When Dwayne Casey got selected, you guys celebrated it.
Do it again, man.
We celebrated accolade, but I wasn't like, oh, that makes him the best coach. Oh my God, Dwayne. No, I did not. We just said congratulations and kept it moving. Do you think like Scotty Barnes made it to the skills comp? Congratulations, kept it moving.
No, but he was embarrassed.
So let's just do this. Let's keep it moving because we got a few more stuff to tackle. So Saturday night happened. We're gonna save the best for last. And when I mean the best, I mean our best takes, because what we gotta talk about at the end of Saturday was something. So did you guys see the skill competition and did you guys see the 3-point shootout?
Yep.
I did not see the skills competition actually, but I did see the 3-point. I saw the 3-point.
It was pretty good. I liked they've changed it up a bit. A lot
Chris
of
Paul constructed it.
Chris Paul, he decided to kind of make it more interactive. There was a lot of moving targets and things like that. And I think that just adds a whole new dimension to the skills competition. And obviously the Team Cavs, it was Mobley, Garland, and Allen.
Jared Allen. Yep.
I mean, they're a very solid team. And I'm surprised
Allen is tough, bro.
I'm surprised at how skilled Allen is. Like, I really got to see a different side of his game during this All-Star thing. Like, I was saying, you know what? I was always the person saying, Siakam should have been in. But you know what? Allen deserved his spot. I changed my mind. Allen deserved his spot. He deserved
but you see what I'm talking about? Like,
that's what I said. And Matt's called me a hater.
Prentice, this whole night, bro, like if you're young and you're doing this event, bro, this is your opportunity to show I can hoop. That's Scotty Barnes do, bro. He's a clown,
you know what? I
bro,
hope
listen.
Barnes take this weekend, and I hope he goes
It doesn't matter as long as he
guys, we all can't talk at the same time.
This guy's gonna harp on this one thing. What about what he did to your team? Get over it, bro. You lost.
All I know is Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is going to take this weekend. He's going to really think about it and say, you know what? Poor showing. That's my fault. And he's going to go off. I think he's going to bounce back and have a really good next half of the season.
On the Friday they had like the rookie. They had like a rookie tournament, the Rising Stars tournament.
I like how they did it.
They also had that too, which was a good setup. They had it was like a knockout tournament. So like I think they played. I can't remember how long each game was.
They played to 50.
It was up to 50, yeah. And then the last game was
they played to 50. Yeah, they played to 50 points. Yeah. And it was a tournament. It was actually good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Brought some competition to it.
Yeah.
So the 3-point competition happened, and
should have bet, bro.
Cat won. They allowed him to wear jewelry, his mother's chain, which I thought was a really big thing, just because of all the losses that he had to suffer over the past while.
But you're not allowed to wear.
Jewelry. When you hoop, everybody wears jewelry. When you hoop.
There was a rule that was implemented that you're not allowed to.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so he had to get permission to. He had to get permission to do it. They allowed it
for the 3-point contest.
For the I think it was for the entire weekend. You're not allowed to wear any type of jewelry or anything like that. I don't know what the actual rule is, but he got the okay to wear it, and he ended up winning the 3-point competition. Said he was the best big man shooter that there is. Was talking that talk to Shaq in the post interview.
Yeah.
What were you guys' thoughts on the 3-point shootout?
He's definitely not the best big man shooter, but it was very impressive that he was able to it was the guys he was going up against were actually pretty good shooters. So like to see him win that was pretty impressive. But best big man shooter, no. I think the last big man to win it was Kevin Love or something like that.
Yeah.
Minnesota. I don't think he's a better shooter than Kevin Love. He's definitely not a better shooter than Dirk.
Hell no.
That it's kind of crazy for him to be talking like that, but I like the confidence. Why not say it? You just won the competition.
Nobody had him. Nobody had him winning. Nobody had him winning.
MJ, you could have bet money that day, bro.
Yeah, the betting odds were crazy on that, but yeah, nobody had him winning. Good on him to win. I thought it was either going to be Kennard or Trae Young. I thought it was going to be one of those.
I knew it wasn't going to be Trae Young.
I thought Freddie would win it.
I didn't think Freddie was going to win it. Not in that format. That's not. That's
shots too slow. Shots too slow
for Freddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a shooter though.
He is
chill.
He's
a scorer.
The Mac can shoot though.
But we've seen Paul Pierce win the competition, bro.
Yeah, but Paul Pierce was a better shooter than Freddie is.
Calm down.
But Freddie's a shooter though.
Yo, Senator, look at that percentage right now.
Freddie's a shooter.
3-point shooter? You would say Paul Pierce is a better 3-point shooter than Freddie?
I don't know.
Freddie is a scorer. He's not a shooter.
So is Paul Pierce.
I consider Paul Pierce more of a shooter than Freddie.
A scorer? Wow.
I would say Paul Pierce is more of a scorer.
Absolutely.
I mean, he can score the ball, but he was in a 3-point comp too. Like,
yeah.
I think he's more of a shooter.
To me, Freddie gets his points more off of shooting
than going to the bucket.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's just my opinion, man.
Okay.
Hey man, you guys watch the game still. I don't.
I mean, I'm me and Sean are the only people that watch the Raptors games every day. Well, so I mean,
according to the stats, Freddie has a better 3-point shooting percentage than Paul Pierce.
Okay.
Freddie's 3.
I know I'm watching these games every single day. I'm watching all 82 games.
So like you can have a fewer percentage. Doesn't mean you're a shooter, but like I think Freddie scores in more ways than shooting the ball. Like for instance, like if I also look at a shooter, like for me, a shooter would be like Ray Allen at the end of his career. That's a shooter. Ray Allen before his career was a basketball player. He was a scorer. Like that is a shooter. Like Kyle Korver to me is a shooter. All he does is shoot the fucking ball. Those are shooters to me. Guys who can score.
But you're not putting Paul Pierce in that. You're not putting Paul Pierce in that category.
In what, shooting?
Yeah, you're not putting him in that category with Kyle Korver and Ray Allen. You're not doing that.
I think Paul Pierce, like most of his game was predicated off catch and shoot, mid-range stuff. That was his game. Maybe he's not a 3-point shooter, but he's a shooter. Like for instance, I got KD. KD's a great shooter, but is he a shooter or a scorer? Or like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I look at. Braun right now, his 3-point percentage is best of his career. Is he a shooter or a scorer or a ball player? Like that's what I look at. You know what I mean? But it's what it is, whatever.
Yeah, but you've never relied on LeBron to shoot the 3. You've never brought LeBron in to boost your 3-point shooting. Like when Lowry was on the Raptors, Van Fleet was brought in at times when we needed that 3 ball, right? How often was Paul?
Because he's able to create. He's a shot creator.
Yeah,
like,
but to say
he's not a guy that's to stand on the fucking court, catch the ball, and shoot the ball.
No, he's not. But that's
one of the ball in his hand who creates. Like for instance, Kyrie can shoot the ball. He won a 3-point shooting competition, but he's not a shooter. He's a scorer.
Yeah, but have you ever brought in Kyrie because you need a 3 ball? Van Vliet's been brought in on games because you specifically need a 3 ball to stay alive.
I mean,
but that's the point I was making.
Yeah,
but because you said Kyrie's a scorer and he's won the competition. You said Freddie's a scorer and he was in the competition. So like,
I said Freddie's a scorer. That's what I've been saying. I don't think he's a shooter.
Oh,
he was brought into the 3-point competition. That means
that's where my confusion is right now.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
Is Kyrie a shooter?
No, but that's my point. You were saying that
stop. Fanfair, is Kyrie a shooter?
I would say Kyrie's a scorer.
Okay, but Kyrie won the competition.
Yeah.
Yes. So why can't Fred win?
But why you it sounds like you're discrediting. It sounds like you're discrediting Freddie as a shooter and just saying he's
I'm saying he's a scorer. He's a basketball player. He's not a shooter. Is somebody who can who's only there to shoot.
So he can't be both.
Hold on. Pause. Because there's miscommunication going on here. So Fanfair is asking based off of your original statement that you knew that Fred VanVleet was not going to win because you consider him more of a scorer than a shooter. But then you also brought up the point of Kyrie being a scorer and not more of a scorer than a shooter. So why is it that Kyrie was able to win, but you discredited Fred from winning, saying that he was more of a scorer, not a shooter?
Kyrie's a better scorer and a better shooter.
But that wasn't your point.
I was just bringing that clarification up for everyone because we were going around in circles a while ago.
I'm answering Senator's question. So
no, I'm just bringing up what the argument is that's going on. It was, you said that he was a scorer, not a shooter. So you knew he wasn't going to win, but then you brought up that Kyrie did. So that's where this whole circle started about scorers winning the 3-point shootout. So Fred could have won it.
I don't think so,
but he didn't.
But you brought up.
I don't even know how close he was.
Anybody in the comp could have won it. I guess if that's your argument.
Yeah,
anyone could have won it because
Fred. I mean, Fred didn't do terrible. He was.
I don't know what his score was.
It was 16. It was 16. He was in the mix. I think the next one after that was 18, then 22. Like he was in the mix. Yeah. But obviously,
there was a couple,
one or two shots away from making it to the next
118, round. 119, and then the top three were in the 20s.
In the 20s, yeah. He was one or two makes away from making it to the next round. Sometimes just like that. Sometimes just like that.
So let's get to
just hating on the Raptors.
Let's get to what was the main event.
I defended it.
It's wow. Like, no, not you. Actually, okay. I'm quite surprised.
Let's get to the main event of Saturday night, which was the dunk competition.
Oh God,
that's the main event.
The stunk competition? No, that wasn't a competition, bro. That was a bunch of like people learning how to dunk. That's what it was, a dunk tutorial.
There were
beginning stages.
There was supposed to be time limits.
There was gravity limits.
Start with Mair.
I turned away a lot, to be honest. But yeah, Mair, go ahead. How'd you like the dunk off, bro? How'd you like the dunk off?
The best dunk of the night, but obviously it wasn't the greatest dunk off. But my man in Tim's, bro.
Dunking That's the Tim's, best dunk?
No, listen to me, Francis.
Oh, Anthony?
Please let them know that when you wear Tim's on the actual basketball court, there's no grip. There's nothing, bro. Like, and it adds a little more weight to it. And he's a small guard. And he did an offhand dunk. He's right-handed. And he did a left-hand windmill with Tim's on. That's very impressive. I know it's not creative, but you have to understand from a short guy perspective, bro. That's very hard, man. And he's wearing Tim's. I want you guys to go to the basketball right now, bro. Put on Tim's and hoop. Let me know how that feels, bro.
I've done it. But that's not the point.
But I'm just saying, if we talk about like
as hard as running suicides in the sand.
Want to say that again?
Pat Bev.
Listen, you're missing.
He was doing the lateral workout. That's where man's got that idea
wasn't good, but my man dunked in Tim's, bro. That's very impressive.
Dunked in Tim's on what attempt?
He did a left-hand windmill and he's right-handed.
Dunked in Tim's on what attempt?
It took him a lot of tries.
Do you know the number? It wasn't the first. I'll tell you that.
I don't know, man, but I'm just saying. When I look at all the dunks, that was the best one of all of them. Me, personally speaking.
If you ignore the 3-4 tries it took. Yeah,
it's cool. But I'm just saying, when you guys work Tim's and hoop, let me know how it feels. Can you guys jump in it?
Okay, but don't introduce that to a dunk off if you can't do it like consistently in practice.
He did do it though. He did do it.
After like 4 tries, yeah.
It's okay.
Like, have you never watched a dunk off? It's like the more you have to try a dunk, the less it shines, like the less prestige. Now it's like we're just like giving you pity cheers and stuff, right? Like,
you know what? I'll give it to Mair. If you did that in the first attempt, that would have been tough.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying, give him that. Yeah. If you did it on the first attempt, it would have been tough. That would have been the best dunk of the night. If you did that the first attempt, it would have been the best dunk.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's not the best, not the most creative, but he dunked in Tim's, bro.
Yeah. From what we were presented with, that would have been the best dunk.
Like, bro, like, come on, man. And the rest of the guys are like, you know what I mean, like 6'9" and all. Like, come on, bro.
I get it. For a small guy, dunking in Tim's
like,
left-handed,
very
it is
hard,
impressive.
bro.
It is impressive.
Very hard, man. I'm not saying it's the best dunk off. It was hella trash, bro. But that dunk in particular was my favorite dunk.
Okay. All right.
Out of the whole night.
Question,
You got to see the whole process too. So
what
like,
did you rate that dunk?
Huh?
What did you rate that dunk?
Would I rate that dunk? If you got on the first attempt, it would have been a 10.
No, not what if. What's the actual?
Yeah.
No, he's saying after the attempts.
After, I'll give him a 7-8.
Across the board?
Yeah, 7-8.
So
I
30,
don't think you guys understand how hard that is. You guys are talking so nonchalant about it, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Hard,
but that's the whole point of the dunk off. The whole point of the dunk off is to do impossible dunks the first time, maybe the second, not the fifth. Not at the point where everybody's like, "Oh man,
it's crazy.
This is getting awkward." Maybe you should just like take off the Timbs and just do like a straight.
If Jalen Green made that dunk, that would have been the best dunk of the competition.
Yeah. He should have won though.
The attempt he made was better than completing the Tim dunk on the fifth time.
Nah, Jalen Green was
You're only gonna cheese this guy. You're only gonna cheese this guy.
You remember when Gerald Green dunked in socks? Was that better or worse than
dunking in socks? That's dangerous too, bro.
Yeah, that's not the question.
It's more dangerous, bro.
No, bro. I don't think you understand, bro. Like that. Which one's better? I mean, damn, bro.
Did Jalen get on the first try?
How tall is he? How tall is he though?
Joe Green?
Yeah,
6'8".
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nah, bro. The short Tim's, bro. That's what I mean, man. Come on, Tim's, bro. Wow.
Cole Anthony's what, 6'1"?
Yeah, bro. He's short as hair, bro.
What was the dunks he did after? I forgot. I forgot most of this whole thing.
Bro, the dunk off was a blur, bro. The dunk off was a blur. I don't remember half the shit.
Listen, bro. Me and Fanfair were just drinking, bro.
I was drinking too.
Me and Fanfair were just drinking, having a good old time. You weren't paying attention to no dunk off.
Well, big ups to Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin,
who represented New York by winning.
Obi Toppin,
Tim dunks on the first.
Obi Toppin.
That dunk would have been impressive too. Holy smokes!
Yeah,
that dunk would have been impressive too if he hit it on the first try.
Obi be Toppin. The one he did between. He sucks. All those guys are trash. The whole dunk off was just an ass.
That was booty cheek. The worst. Let's talk about the worst of the night. The one with the dude that he got his friend in the leather pants to try to help him get out with the alley.
That was Jalen Green.
Jalen Green.
Yeah, Jalen. That leather pants lost it.
But
if you're doing a dunk off and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar leaves after we see the dunk, out of disgust, then you know it's a long night. You know this man walked away when he missed the dunk. This man went and just walked away.
How many times did he try it? 8 times he tried it?
It was a lot.
And Kareem gave him the benefit of the doubt. Kareem stayed there for, I think, the 6th attempt, and then he's like, all right. Give me my jacket. He told the girl, give me my jacket, and left.
Like, you should have, like, your game plan should be, okay, I'm going to go with multiple dunks. So, like, if I miss this dunk the first or second time, shit, I'm going to try something new.
Try something else, yeah.
Like, how can you stand there in front of everybody and try to dunk 7-8 times at the same time? The same dunk.
Same dunk.
Maybe they're trying to do the 75th anniversary, so 75 attempts.
I don't know.
I mean,
honestly, but the dunk off was
in total attempts, it was close. Fuck.
Or for Kobe, 24 attempts. I don't know.
I'm sorry. You can't call this young generation. You can't call them jelly anymore. You got to call them peanut butter. They're not jelly no more. They're not jelly.
No.
There's nothing jelly about this shit.
So,
Francis, bro, he's on his own.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing I'll say. The crazy part about it is that they put in all these rules and stuff to try making it move quicker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like it took eternity. And I remember I looked on Twitter and people went back on YouTube while the dunk competition was going on to watch Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon's dunk competition in Toronto. So, like,
that was the best dunk off of all time.
Period.
Like that was
Vince had the best dunks. Best performance, but that was the best dunk off total.
100%. 100%. I was telling Em, bro. I was rewatching it. I was so bad that I had to go back I rewatched the dunk contest, bro. Watching that particular one you're talking about. Had a better night, bro.
You guys are saying Vince is the best competition dunker?
No,
Vince is the best competition dunker. He's the best dunker. Vince is the best dunker, period.
Yeah.
No, he's the best dunker in game.
No,
competition. I don't think his dunks are better than Aaron Gordon's dunks. If you take Vince Carter's two best dunks, they're not better than Aaron Gordon's two best dunks.
I'm
sorry.
No, MJ, you have to understand. In 2000,
I get that.
No, you have to really get that.
I'm getting that at the time. I'm just talking about the difficulty of the dunks.
In 2000, you don't think those dunks were difficult in 2000?
I hear that, but could Vince do that dunk in 2000, what Aaron Gordon did?
Okay, question.
I think so. Hell yeah, I do.
How many times do you think Aaron Gordon practiced those dunks?
It doesn't matter. He did it first try.
Bro, I bet you Vince Carter could do a 720.
No.
I bet you he could.
I bet you he could. If
in his prime, I bet you he could.
If you hear the story about Vince Carter that dunk off, he didn't practice not one of those dunks. He went there with
he just did it.
He just
came up with it on the spot, bro.
He just did it,
bro. Like that's crazy.
That's fine.
Aaron Gordon took 2 nights. I bet you Aaron Gordon took 2 nights to practice those dunks.
Yeah, he took a break from the booth. And you know,
that's rapper alive.
Making diss tracks about D Wade.
Rapper alive.
But yo,
according
to Jason Richardson is up there for me too. It was competition dunks, but
yeah, that was a good one. 2 for the shit.
His off the backboard, catch it and go opposite way.
Reverse 2 legs. Yeah, that's crazy,
man.
Did you guys see when I forget what his name from Golden State, the dunker,
Juwan Toscano,
when he tried to do the arm and the rim?
Yeah, he did a basic windmill.
Yeah,
he did a basic windmill. I know it was embarrassing, bro.
Them black Latinos are different.
All right, let's get to Sunday. All right, so Sunday was the All-Star game. Also the 75th anniversary.
I had the pleasure to watch that game with Sean Anthony.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, the ending of that game.
Yo, Francis, if you should have heard the shit he was talking, bro.
What'd he say?
Yo, he said LeBron's not built for this.
LeBron wouldn't do that in a normal game, or definitely not in the finals.
Yeah, you bugging.
Congrats on doing it at All-Star.
I had to remind him
where there's no real stakes
against the Toronto Raptors.
There's zero stakes, but congrats.
I had to remind him.
I know off the glass, bro. One hand.
Oh,
I don't like Bron, but
he forgot.
He has done that in the finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Francis, just remind him, bro.
All I have to say was it was fitting for the Ohio.
Hope he enjoyed it then. He's not seeing another final.
It was fitting. It was fitting for the kid from Cleveland to shoot the game winner.
Both kids from Cleveland. Both kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born in the hospital.
Yeah. You're basing the future of a franchise to one player? Bro, you're gonna lose that, eh? Just so you know.
I'm not,
bro. Even if it's my grandkids telling your grandkids, your grandfather was wrong, you're gonna lose that bet, bro.
Wow.
What is 20, 30?
Brown will come back as a GM or a coach or something before Raptors get the finals again, bro.
Bro, let's worry. But what's the story now in this year? Because we're
Hi. Can we talk about the game? Thank you.
The game was amazing. Steph Curry had 16 threes. It was insane to watch.
Facts.
It was crazy.
27? 28?
But he didn't break the points record. I don't know how. Like he said, his legs got tired.
Oh, he looked tired. He looked exhausted.
He was busted.
But you should have kept driving though, man.
What's the points record? MJ?
AD.
Oh yeah,
Anthony Davis.
52? What year was that again?
52.
What year is that?
The year the Raptors won the championship.
Okay.
We still talk about that championship, right? So we can still talk about him scoring 52 in the All-Star game.
No, I'm glad you shout out to the Raptors championship. He wasn't wearing a Laker uniform. That's all I'm saying. This coach is trying to make a point.
All right. What was your favorite dunk from the Sunday night? We had the Ja Morant.
Come on.
We had 2 Ja Morant. We had the 360. We had the reverse. We had the Zach LaVine 360. We had
Rudy Gobert
360. We had
Francis, what are we talking about? It's John Moran.
It was a 180. But John Moran's was a 360.
It was tough though. It was
somebody
tough.
who can
Alpha
actually
Ali?
dunk on the first try in Tim.
Alpha Ali is crazy. That's crazy.
But it was tough, but like I only remember like DeRozan a few years ago almost had a 360 loop
in the Olympics
on somebody on the Olympics.
Yeah, he missed it though.
He missed it. Yeah.
He missed it.
It was a crazy miss.
It was crazy. So like just based off of that, I have to go Jaw because
yeah.
Easy.
Yo, he could have. I feel like he got so high he could put both elbows in the rim on our wrist, bro.
Back.
Yeah, he could have.
He's
up there, bro.
Those guys dunking and stuff just got me mad because it got me mad about the Saturday night. It just fueled the anger. It fueled the
Reggie
anger.
Reggie Miller was going crazy about that.
He was going crazy.
It fueled my anger, bro. I was getting mad.
Reggie Miller saw one dunk and said it was better than the whole competition.
Yo, you know what's crazy too, bro? Sorry to change the subject a little bit. Curry, bro. Entering the fourth quarter, he was I think he was 15 or 21 or some shit like that. Behind the arc, bro.
Yeah.
You guys see, it's like so like not bro.
No, he did a shot where he like before it went in, he was asking the crowd,
did it go in? Yeah, that's crazy.
He had two turnaways. One from the logo, one in the corner.
Yeah.
And I said this in the group chat. I said Steph Curry hit more. If you doubled the amount of dunks that happened in the first round of the dunk competition, Steph Curry had more than double that in threes.
That's wild, bro.
In the game.
You're stamina, you know.
It's hard to do that. It's very hard to do that, especially from the distances.
He broke his own record twice from the second quarter to the third quarter because the record before was 4 made threes in a quarter.
Yeah.
And then he went 5, I believe it was, and then he went 7. It was something like that. But he broke his own record in 2 quarters. Like,
man's different.
Yo, quick question, guys. Yo, what do you guys think about the format? Like how it is now? Do you guys think it's better than like back in the day?
Oh, I like it.
Giannis out here
more competitive.
Giannis out here playing real defense.
I mean,
they were defending.
It's new and it's interesting. I think the old format was good for the 90s and 2000s just because people played harder.
Yeah, from beginning to end.
Like people played harder in general. Like Giannis plays fucking hard. Like Giannis can play any era because he just plays hard. You know what I mean? But across the 24 participants, like people played harder in the 90s and 20s than they do now. But the format of the way how the game is now, like I enjoy it. Like it's interesting. Like it
and also adding that whole factor of you're doing it for charity, $100,000 for the winner every quarter. I think that just adds more fuel to the fire because these guys know, you know what, this is for a great cause. We're helping these young kids, and this is what those NBA guys. This is what they're all about. They're all about helping the communities. Why, if you're able to have your team win $100,000 and
why not
money, you got to go all out. You have to win these quarters. So I think that's a good element to add to it as well. That competitive edge. It adds
for Kobe. You heard Kobe too, bro.
There's that too, and then also like it's the fear of like shit. Like if I come on here and play trash and I like shit the bed, whatever. Like, are people gonna say that I don't care about charity or
yeah, exactly. It makes you look bad. It makes you look bad.
Right? Yeah, you gotta hoop.
You gotta hoop for real.
Yeah.
All right,
I like the new format though. I like it.
All right,
I didn't like Devin Booker complaining. But you know, I did. It's crazy. Oh my god! And I realized that part of the reason why back it was better was because those guys weren't as friendly with each other, right, as they are here. Just like, you know, Kevin and Ray Allen during the ceremony, you know, they still hate each other to this day. So
they took a picture together.
Yeah, they did. Paul Pierce IG. Yeah.
After the PRs like had a little conversation, sure.
Yeah.
it's all smiles. KG's different, bro.
But those guys are still 100% still bitter about that.
Oh, fact.
Real last thing, and this has to be a quick topic. Juwan Howard they just said that he was suspended for the rest of the season.
How many games
Francis versus Dan.
So he's. I think there's.
This has got to be what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
I think there's 4 or 5 games left.
Jeez, bro.
So like it's tough for them just because the only way they can make the tournament is if they win the Big Ten tournament. So in order for them to win the Big Ten tournament, they gotta like finish the season out well or whatever. So like that's tough.
Well, hold on. Let me explain to the listeners for who may not know what we're talking about. So Juwan Howard was suspended for slapping the assistant coach of the other team
Upside his head.
Yeah, he slapped the hell out of him
at the end of the game. And he said that he thought it was disrespectful about the fact that they called timeout with 4 seconds left and they were up big. There was no chance of a comeback. There was no chance of anything like that. So them calling timeout, he took it personal and a slap occurred and then
he was upset, but this is the thing. He was upset. That made him upset. That like added salt to it. But the thing that made him box the man was because the man put his hands on him.
And on him,
so
yeah.
Like I don't care
during Black History Month.
Who you are. Like,
I don't know if the guy that he hit touched
No, the
him.
guy he hit wasn't the one who started it, but that's that's what that's what
I have no idea why he boxed that guy though.
The man was collateral damage. That guy was collateral damage.
Yeah, I don't know what he said something to him.
If you put your hand on a grown man,
You better expect a grown man beating.
You have to be understanding that there's going to be retaliation, just like with fucking Joker and Morris. Like you can't fucking hit a grown man or put your hand on a grown man and then turn away and walk. I think everything's.
But in this case, he hit the wrong target. That wasn't even the dude. He hit the wrong target.
Yeah,
I mean,
in this case,
running into a guy's back is not like.
Juwan Howard was already upset because the team just got blown out.
Yeah.
And he just wants to get the hell out of there, and then he called timeout with 4 seconds left. He's heated. But from what the other coach said, I don't know what the other coach said, but he was saying that Howard was kind of like saying like, I'm not going to forget this, whatever. And then the guy tried to explain himself, and then that's when he like draped him up. And then whatever, they got separated, and then the other assistant coach came in. I guess he said some words to him, and then got slapped in his face.
But supposedly there's rumors are saying that the other guy pushed him too, but like you don't like there's no angle that shows that. Like the only angle you see is like Juwan Howard's face
reaching through.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the other side of it, so like you don't know what's happening there, but.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is what it is. He's suspended. That's you got to get suspended. It is what it is.
Yeah, he had to be suspended for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely. Yeah.
As long as he didn't get fired.
I'll just say I also thought that he could have got fired just because of like there was like bad blood with like the Fab Five prior to, and like like all that stuff going on, and then he just got back, like they just got back in the good graces, like Jalen Rose, all those guys just start coming back to the game. So like I thought there's like, all right, fuck, we gave you a chance, you blew it, bye.
He's lucky it wasn't in March. They would have fired his ass if it was in March.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All those big investors and all that shit. Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
A lot of money. Yeah. Crazy.
So we reached the part of the podcast where we get to promote our social medias and anything else that we might be working on. So Fanfair, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, you can just follow me on the IG, Chaz_Tannenbaum, Cabby certified.
Mair.
Oh yeah, my Instagram handle is Mair Creed, MAIRCREED, personal trainer, skills trainer, and I got a lot of things working on. But yeah, summertime, stay tuned.
For sure, Coach.
Yeah.
My IG is real_Francis. Yeah, man, it's been a good year for us, man. Coaching is
solid postseason run, eh?
Not yet. Postseason starts in what, 2 weeks, but we just beat Lethbridge, so that kind of put us in first place now. So
and you got home court advantage too, or something like that? Yeah,
home court advantage going for the rest of the playoffs. So it's looking good, man. So I should be in Toronto in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
So are we going to record
sick?
Record in person, or we guys trying to do?
Hey man, we'll part 2 coming. Part 2 coming soon, man.
Bigger and more reckless. I like it.
That's it.
So my personal IG is at Pro Chatterbox. I have my podcast along with Joseph, an affiliate of this podcast called Talks with the Chatterbox. We by the time this episode drops, we would have dropped something that will let you know about the upcoming season. We're working on something special. So it's worth the wait. Trust me. You heard it here first. But you can check us out on social at Chatter Talks. You can check out our website, www.chattertalks.tv, available on all the major platforms.
Dope. MJ.
IG 21.drip. You can also follow at Drippy Supply we have some merch coming on in the next, for the spring and for the summer. So look out for that for sure. I tried to change my Instagram handle to Ray and Nephew Poppy, but it was taken. So I'll try again later.
Just put an underscore after. You're okay. And for me, you can check me out on Instagram and Twitter at The Senator. Don't forget to check out the Not So Soft podcast with myself, Nino Rockwell, and Kino the Great. Comes out every Monday now. Don't forget to hit up the Instagram page at the.chatroompod. Brand new. We're on TikTok now, so make sure to hit us up at Chatroom Podcast. Also, don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and share and comment on the Chatroom Podcast wherever you listen to it, and make sure to head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified when we post new videos. And yeah, I think we did it.
Also, last thing, we are collaborating with the Fresh Take Network, so that's what's going to be going forward. Yep. But yeah, shout out to those guys, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure. And this has been the Chatroom Podcast, your favorite ballers' favorite podcast, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace.